apologize for being late. I was late because I stayed up the day before to make it to court for my son. I have a and I'm trying to fight to get my son back. And I had court yesterday, so I was up and I don't have a vehicle, so I was on the bus and I was exhausted from coming from court and work and everything yesterday. So I woke up late. It is my fault. I can't blame anyone else. But
all right, don't be late again. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
I have discovery. What I wanted to bring to the court's attention is that my client has 3 more cases. This is our first setting on this one, but she has 2 more new felonies that are not indicted. And I was hoping to have a court date when all cases could be negotiated on the same day.
All right, state, the other cases are
We know.
possession, theft, and possession.
Yes, Judge. I mean,
And I know with the possession, it depends on lapse, correct?
I judge, and that's February of this year.
22nd.
That she was arrested her with that one allegedly. And then there's another one in April of this year that she was allegedly in possession of also, Judge.
All right, we're coming back on July 29th.
Thank you.
Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. I keep mispronouncing it.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Ms. Burke, if you'll introduce yourself to the court reporter.
Good morning. My name is Deborah Stanton, and I'm the attorney for Regala Butler.
All right, so how do you pronounce your first name?
Briella.
Okay.
It's Briella.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No, I always want to get names correct. So I always tell people when they come before me, if I'm mispronouncing your name, let me know. Because once the mispronunciation is in my mind, it's in there. Yeah.
Yes,
What's mine?
All right. So my understanding, there were CPS records.
No, there's a drug case.
No, this is a forgery case.
Yes.
But for some reason, I think somebody said that there was prior CPS history or something.
That I don't know because I'm only dealing with a forgery case.
Yeah. No, let me look on the record. Just 1 second. Let me find what page she is on.
Pause right here, because this is the first warning shot. Legally, this is the judge giving what we call judicial grace. No sanction, no custody, just a clear line in the sand. But here's the catch. Every future excuse now gets measured against this moment. From this point forward, life happened stops being persuasive. So ask yourself, if you were already on thin ice, would you risk being late again?
Listen.
All right. Thank you. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Is there a CPS case out there?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
See, that's why I wrote that down. So, state, they're probably going to need CPS records. And I know that's family violence, but there may be a CPS case related to the drug issue.
No. Well, I say no. There's no lab test on the drugs. Okay?
No, I understand that. But here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm telling you all that my experience on the CPS side, whether they closed the case or kept the case open, these charges are probably why there was a CPS case open or is there. If y'all don't want, here's the thing, if y'all don't want CPS records, guess what? We will go on the record now and everybody can agree that they don't want CPS records. And if y'all say you don't want CPS records, when we go to trial, there will be none of this, oh, we need CPS records.
We want them.
Okay. So, State, if you can check family violence about the CPS records, I know it's a...
Yeah, I'll send them a link for how to do, or I'll talk to their advocates so they can get that ball.
Oh, thank you. All right.
And then can I tell you why I actually approached?
Yes.
Because it had nothing to do with CPS, because I didn't know about CPS.
All right. CPS records.
Okay.
Yes.
The state has the forgery case,
Mm-hmm.
that file. They do not have the file on the drug case. It's not indicted.
No, I'm aware there are
I know
two.
you know.
Yeah, there are 2 drug cases that have not been indicted. There's a possession less than a gram, and there's a 4 grams to 200 grams. State, do you have any idea when those cases will be indicted? Okay.
Sorry, Judge.
Or where they are in the system as far as labs?
I can check.
Do we know what the offense date is?
I know
It looks like there's.
March 26, 24 is the offense date for the undergram and a misdemeanor theft. Now, for the forgery, the offense date is 2023.
All right, and then I see for the 4 to 200 grams, it's May 2024. So what we're going to do then, Norma, recall this for 60 days. That's to see if the labs are in.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me get my calendar.
All right, so we're going to be back on September 30th.
I just told her, can I please get my calendar?
Okay. All right, Ms. Butler, come back, please. Yeah, no, that's
I
okay.
did tell her to sit down, I'm sorry. I'm okay with the 30th of September.
All right, y'all will be back on September 30th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused, and you need to make sure that you are on time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Why were you late?
I'm currently being kicked out of my house, evicted, so they're sitting all my stuff outside right now, and I had to tell them I had to go because I had to come to court.
All right, so make sure you're on time next time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
On the via bus, which I had to walk like 2 miles due to the city in order to get on the via bus. So by the time I walked into the city from a Lotus and 1604 and whatnot, it was already like 10, 11 o'clock. And I had let my attorney know, and she told me to check in at court 15, which is next door. And I checked in there, but and we checked it here. Then y'all told me to come back at 1:30. I was late again, walking from going to get some food, not here at Whataburger up the street, and I walked back and then I talked to her on the phone, and she told me to sit, be quiet, wait, I won't say nothing or something like that. I was like, okay. And I told the probation officer lady, and she told me to sit here and wait until you call my name.
All right, so how are you going to be on time for court?
Well, now, like, I know that it's a 2-hour walk ahead. I'm going to wake up earlier to be able to walk. But I didn't think I was going to have to walk.
All right, so here's the thing. Mind you, I used to ride the bus. I used to walk everywhere. When I was a defense attorney, I would walk from the courthouse to the Bexar County Jail. I didn't take the bus from there. I was like, I'll get exercise. And that was a long walk. And it was in the heat. And I was in heels. Bye-bye. And I had a backpack, right? And so what I learned is it's nice to have people who will say they're going to do A, B, and C. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to take you to court. But at the end of the day, you got to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. You understand? So you cannot be late for court again. You understand? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to recall this. And Norma,
Yes, sir.
I'm recalling this for October 10th. You need to make plans and you need to be here on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. If you give her a reset form for October 10th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
This part is critical and easy to miss. When drug cases aren't indicted yet, it usually means the lab results aren't back. But that doesn't make the case disappear. It just puts it in limbo. And limbo is dangerous, because once those labs come back positive, charges can stack fast. This is the quiet buildup phase before everything snowballs. Drop a comment. Do you think the system gives people too many chances or not enough?
And she has 2 unindicted, not set today possessions. And so I'm just wondering, can you recall it one day next week when I have more time to work on it?
Okay. Why was she late for court?
Why were you late?
I was not late this time, but kind of late. I was.
No, you were late. Let me just tell you, there's no kind of late. If you're not here in court at 9 a.m., you're late. So were you here at 9 a.m.?
No, ma'am.
All right, so why were you late?
Standing outside.
All right, you need to make sure that you are on time. Do you understand? All right. And Ms. Ferguson, are there warrants on this 4982 case? Because she's listed as a fugitive.
Your Honor, they were lifted this morning. That's just the box.
Okay. And then this is not the first time you've been late.
Mhm.
You were late on September 30th as well. Well, so you have a problem with getting to court on time. This is what I'm going to tell you, and I want you to hear me clearly. If you are late for this court again, you're going to be taken into custody. You understand? And then they will make sure, maybe, that you're on time, depending on how the elevators are working. They'll make sure that you're on time because you'll be brought over from the jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so let's recall this back. This is coming back on October 16th.
Is that next week, Your Honor, like I think?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do I need to sign anything or we're fine?
No, she needs to sign something.
Okay, have a seat.
This is the turning point. That wasn't a lecture. That was a custody warning. When a judge says, next time you're late, you're going to jail, that's not hypothetical. That's policy. Courts don't punish lateness. They punish disrespect for court authority. From here on out, transportation excuses don't matter. The court's solution is simple. If you can't arrive on time freely, you'll arrive on time in cuffs. Would that wake you up or make things worse?
I report state,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
and the TAP evaluation state and defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
The best PSI and TAP eval that I've ever read in my life because they explored every detail of her life from practically birth till now. And I'm very pleased with their assessment.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,500 fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication. This is to run concurrent with 718-359 and 728-369. The state is taking in consideration NITMAC number 752-652-760865. All right. Any witnesses?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defense unless you want. Hear them.
Yes. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Brianna Butler.
All right. So if you were released from custody, who would you be staying with?
I'll be staying with my mother.
All right. And people will say that, but have you picked up the phone and called her and she wants you to stay with her?
Yes.
All right. Now she's under oath. Okay.
After her, I want to tell you something about me and her mom.
Okay. All right. Thanks. So do you have any children?
Yes, I have one son.
And what is his age?
His age is 2 years old.
And who does he live with?
He is not in my custody anymore. Yeah, I lost my rights.
Okay. And so what are your plans as far as employment? What are your hopes, your dreams, your goals?
My goals is to be a college graduate. I want to be a nurse, a RN. So when I get out, I do want to start school. I was already enrolling in the process and then get a job.
All right. So what I can tell you is it's not impossible, but it's difficult. Anytime you have a criminal case, whether it's deferred or regular probation with a conviction, when you're seeking employment somewhere where it requires a license, it becomes more difficult. But it can be done because I know someone who actually went to prison, and I know this because I work with them to try to get their license and everything. Guess what? They're now an attorney. So it can be done, but you just made it a struggle, okay? All right. Did you all want to speak to the length of deferred adjudication? It's in the plea paperwork outside the agreement. It's for 4 years.
Anything up to career.
All right. So I'm going to set your deferred adjudication at 4 years deferred adjudication. If you complete everything successfully, you can always approach the court for early termination. But For early termination, I'm going to be looking at whether or not you've been positive, whether you've been reporting on a regular basis. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, and I'll say 30 days of release. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There should be no unsupervised contact with minors. And the no unsupervised contact with minors, that can potentially change once you've shown me that you have everything, your life together. You understand?
Yes.
This will run concurrent with 718-359 and 728-369. Taking consideration NITMAC number 752-60865. Field visits one time per month for 6 months. 200 hours of community service. Says that she met the criteria for the MIC. So I'll do MIC. Let probation know. If you feel as though they're not as MIC, always come back to the court. This is what I tell everybody. My goal is to be rehabilitated. If you feel as though you're going to take a drink, because you're not allowed to drink alcohol on probation or do any other type of drug, pick up the phone, call your probation officer, say, I'm struggling right now. Because that shows me that you learned what you need to do in order to stay clean and sober. But if you're out here in this world and you're having problems and you don't let them know, guess what? We don't know, and we can't help you. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, and you want to tell me about her mom?
She and I are texting every day. She wants to know what happens now, today. So, yes, her mom's here.
All right, so they'll probably release you. It's probably going to be midnight. I have no control over
We
that.
have to make sure she's on bond in the 2 county court settings.
So if you make bond for that, this court is not the court that will be holding you. It'll be the misdemeanor court, okay?
Okay. Yes.
In 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Rayella Butler, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, plea group 1, in violation of condition number.
How long are you in your pregnancy?
7 months.
All right, so what that means is you're doing drugs.
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
Who did the meth belong to?
DeAndre Hartley.
No, what ends up happening when you are at safety, because it's at the prison, when you're at safety and you deliver your baby, someone needs to be there to accept custody of your child. Otherwise, Child Protective Services will be picking up your baby and you will have a CPS case. Right, so usually the wait time for safety normally is 3 months. So you'll be waiting at the jail for 3 months, then they'll transfer you to safety and you'll be there for 9 months. All right, so the court is going to deny the motion